Hey, everybody, and welcome into a new episode of Inside Pitch here at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. I'm Ben-Frederickson, joined by my colleague Jeff Gordon. And the Cardinals, Gordo, are going to the wild card game, just as we predicted in June. The Cardinals pulled out of their swoon. We were beacons of optimism around this team. I vividly remember you saying, "Hey, this season is not over. Hold on tight, everybody. A run is coming." No, I don't think you quite said that. I was telling you to be more optimistic, but I wasn't quite optimistic myself. However, they're in. And now we got to talk about this idea of momentum, Gordo. The Cardinals, as we record this, have won 17 straight, and they have no plans of letting that go. And they want to keep this winning streak going all the way into the wild card game against either the Dodgers or the Giants. Yet there's all these think pieces coming out now. We're being told, hey, momentum at the end of the regular season, it means nothing. Winning streaks at the end of the regular season, they mean nothing. And there's actually evidence to support this. I mean, some of the hottest teams in September have gotten into October and been bounced out. It's not exactly something that carries over. What do you make of this idea of momentum? And should the Cardinals be worried about maybe being too hot entering the postseason, as odd as that sounds to say?
I think the good part about playing really well, which is where the Cardinals are. You got a bunch of guys who are hitting well. You've got a sort of a dynamic offense now with you're using speed. You're able to put pressure on teams. Defensively, it's contagious. Everybody's going after everything. They're making plays all over the field. So the team's in a good, confident place going into the wild card game. The problem with the wild card game, why it's so stupid, why only a moron would have come up with a one-game playoff. Yeah, it's exciting. It's also stupid. Is that you can have a bad first inning, Ben-Fred, and there goes your momentum. But I do think there's real value in the fact that the Cardinals are just in a great place psychologically. They're playing very well versus a team like Milwaukee, Ben-Fred, who's just not playing all that well. And so there's an advantage. Just got to get through those first couple innings in the do or die game.
Yeah, how about that other side of the bracket in the NL West? So you've got either the two powerhouse 100-win teams in the NL West. One of those will be eliminated, could be eliminated in a one-game playoff, or they have to clash of the Titans for the first time ever, and also the hottest team in baseball on a 17-game historic winning streak trying to sneak in there. On the other side, well, you got the Brewers and the Braves. The Braves are the worst division in the National League. Not exactly a thriller like it could be on the Cardinals side of thing, and we'll see who emerges of it. I'm not ready to sleep on the Brewers just yet, but I'll say this about the Cardinals and the idea of momentum. The winning streak, it doesn't show up in the playoffs. It doesn't count. The Dodgers are not going to be shaking in their cleats because of that. But this is it's important. How they got the winning streak carries over, and how they got the winning streak is they're throwing strikes and they're hitting strikes and they're robbing hits and they're turning any ball that's not hit over the outfield wall into an out. And those things, that confidence, that kind of on their toes play, where they feel like they're just going to get to every ball and no lead that they have is enough and no deficit that they face is enough to not come back from. That confidence, I think, could carry over. The Cardinals are the last team and the only team since August to defeat the Dodgers in back-to-back games. They have beaten all the teams in front of them in the wild card race. There is real confidence to that. So while you don't show up to the postseason and say, well, we had this 17-game winning streak, we have to win. The way they got there, I think, is pretty valuable. And I'll also say this: clinching when they did is valuable, because now you don't just let your foot off the gas. You don't just give away the winning streak, Gordo, but now you can rest some pitchers and you can have some arms ready to go. How valuable do you think that will be for them, that they can kind of rest some guys up and have kind of their full fleet of arms ready to roll in who knows how many ways? I mean, we don't even know really what Jack Flaherty and Dakota Hudson are going to be. They're kind of going to be these X factors for the bullpen, it sounds like.
Yeah, and again, one game, if you've got everybody and you're playing one game, interesting job for Mike Schilt. How far do you ride Waino? Because you've got everybody behind him and everybody will be rested. So good spot to be in, but kind of tricky for the manager.
Yeah, and meanwhile, everyone in St. Louis is praying to the baseball gods that it's not Max Scherzer on that mound. You really want a game 163 with Scherzer pitching against the Giants. He has been very good against the Cardinals in his past three starts, dating back to that dreaded NLCS game in 2019. So we'll see who the matchup is. We'll see Dodgers or Giants, but I'm not ready to exactly just throw the momentum idea out of the window just yet. For Jeff Gordon, I'm Ben Frederickson. A reminder to keep it locked at stltoday.com for all of your Cardinals coverage throughout the playoff run, no matter how long it goes.